Welcome to Module 3. My name is John Child, and now we're going to be talking about establishing your business. And we'll actually be talking about this from three different angles. We'll be talking about it from a financial standpoint, from a legal standpoint, as well as from a marketing standpoint. Now, a little bit later, we're really going to get into a lot of the marketing elements and things, but some of these things, just getting yourself set up right in the first place, like choosing a business name, for example, would be part of that marketing. So we want to think about these things. And the reason why this is so important is because, you know, a lot of you, this is your first time owning your own business or starting a business and things, and it can be quite a daunting task. And so we want to cover some of these elements because they can make a huge difference down the road in how you actually do your business. So in this module, we're going to talk about choosing a business name. What do you want to name your business? We'll talk about business structures such as LLCs, corporations, sole proprietorships, and which, you know, what the advantages or disadvantages of those may be. We'll also talk about establishing a bank account for your business and some of the things that you'll want to consider there. We'll talk about having a website and a blog. Now, as I mentioned a little bit later, we'll actually have a whole section where we'll talk about what to put on your website, how to build it, how to market it, etc. But we'll just talk about at least kind of establishing that website or that blog, getting a domain name, some of those types of things. We'll also talk about choosing services because, you know, it really depends on who you are, some of the knowledge that you may have, the things that you are an expert in or the things that you want to offer. And so we'll talk about some of the different options that you may have to choose your own services because in the end, this is your business and you want to run it the way that you want. And likewise, we'll talk about pricing structure because some of you may live in areas where being able to charge, you know, $2,000 a month for your services would be no problem at all. Whereas some of you may live in areas where that would be kind of a stretch for some of the businesses that you work with, and so maybe, you know, you want to adjust your pricing according to that. So we'll talk a little bit about how to choose the right price and how to find that mode. We'll also talk about organizing your business. Once again, how this may be a new experience for you to actually open a business and run a business yourself. And so we'll talk about some of the things that really help, especially right out of the gate, because I'll tell you what, one thing that you'll find is when you start your own business is that sometimes you can develop a lot of habits early on that become very, very hard to break later. And so if you're not as organized as you want to be and you're starting to, you know, lose data and you're not keeping track of your clients the way you want to be, time management, employee management, if you have employees, those types of things can really make a big difference. So we'll talk about, you know, some of those things that can really help you get a good foundation for your business right from the start. And that's really the whole purpose of this section. So let's jump right into it with the first element, which is choosing a business name.